youth, arts, culture, Spectrum. Right now on TRAXXfm.
11:15 a.m. on the clock right now. This is Trax Momentum. Of course, every Tuesday we have Spectrum on Trax, and you're with me right now, Els Dines, all the way till 2 p.m. today. But yes, right now we are also on Facebook Live at TRAXXfm Official, so you can head on over to come say hi to our guests. And if you have any questions or if you're interested in joining the conference that we will be sharing today, you can head on over, ask your questions, comments, and stuff like that. But yes, without further ado, we have today in the studio with us, with me right now, Dr. Leng, the Director of Intangible Culture Heritage Division, the Department of National Heritage. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. How are you feeling today?
Great.
You know what? Okay, I wanted to sing Blue. You look really nice, but it's a Blue Tuesday. It's a Blue Tuesday. So we're here to talk about the International Conference on Intangible Cultural Heritage, also known as ICICH 2022. So could you tell us a little bit more about what exactly is intangible cultural heritage, like in layman term, because I have never heard of this. This is my first time hearing of this. So can you explain what exactly this is?
Okay, intangible cultural heritage, or better known as ICH, is practices, expression, knowledge and skill that communities, group or individuals recognize as part of their cultural heritage, and it's transmitted across generation. So it can interpret or express through language and literature, performing arts, fine arts and craft, and customary and culture.
So this is like a tradition kind of...
Yeah, traditional. All is traditional.
Cool. So, all right. So you mentioned a couple of examples, right? Which is, it can be seen through arts and performance arts and stuff like. What else? Like, what other examples can you tell?
So the example of language and literature is include Jawi writing, poem,
right. Okay.
Poem like pantun, sajak, gurindam, nazam, and variety of languages.
Right.
This is the example of language and literature. And for performing arts, it include
dance.
Yeah, dance, theatre, and music, and also song like Boria. Boria, Dondang Sayang is under music and song. For theatre, for example, Mak Yong, Wayang Kulit, and Mek Mulong is under theatre. And for traditional fine arts, it include textile, craft, engraving, embroidering, weaving. That is under traditional fine arts and craft. And for customary and culture, it's divided into sub-domain. Includes traditional games, traditional martial art, traditional medicine, traditional games of martial art, and then belief and culture.
Right.
Belief and ritual.
Right.
Like Wangkang ceremony. Whatever adat, like adat pepatih, adat Temenggong is under belief and ritual.
Wow. So this is already kind of like history.
Yeah.
This is like sejarah.
This is more on traditional.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So for your information, at international level, 6 ICH recognized by the UNESCO as Heritage World include Mak Yong 2005, and Dondang Sayang 2018, and Silat 2019, Wangkang Ceremony and Pantun 2020, and Songket 2021. We also get recognition at national level. A total of 517 ICH recognized as national heritage under the National Heritage Act 2005 Act 645.
Wow.
This is a brief about ICH in Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely. And I quite like the whole about what you mentioned about language actually. Can you explain, do you know some of the languages still being used in Malaysia? Like, okay, obviously the main one is like, you know, we've got English, Mandarin, BM, and like some Iban languages, you know, in Sabah, Sarawak. So do you know any like dying languages?
It's considered endangered language, like Pengap language in Iban. We already recognize as national heritage.
Right.
We identify more on endangered languages.
It's kind of like if we're going on international level, it's like Latin. Like they say, it's a dead language. Like people don't use Latin anymore. Right? Yeah.
We preserve that one.
Yes, exactly. That's very interesting. Thank you very much for that. So, what is the International Conference on Intangible Cultural Heritage? Like, what can we expect from this conference?
Okay, this conference involving the participation of ICH UNESCO state members to sharing knowledge and discussing a topic about intangible cultural heritage, more on safeguarding and protection of ICH, and using the theme of good safeguarding measures and practices. So it involved 21 presenters, 9 presenters from local, and the rest 12 presenters from abroad. This conference will be held online as a platform for the countries involved to highlight issues related to management challenges of ICH.
Right.
This conference also focuses on case study to examine the implementation methodologies in the management, preservation and conservation of ICH. So, as information, this conference is organised by the Department of National Heritage, Jabatan Warisan Negara, in collaboration with UNESCO Jakarta office and University Malaysia Kelantan.
Right.
In addition, we also get a full support from Aswara, from National Department of Culture and Arts, JKKN, Istana Budaya and Tourism Malaysia.
Right, there we go, Tourism Malaysia. So, obviously, you've already mentioned a couple of things that are going to be highlighted in this conference, and so what is the main focus of this conference? Like, why is this conference being held, and you know, what are some of the objectives as well as output of the ICICH conference?
This conference is in line with the agenda of the 2003 Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage, UNESCO, to protect ICH. As we see today, there is a growing awareness among Malaysians that heritage help in fostering deeper understanding on culture, tradition, civilization and identity. Therefore, it's our priority to conduct this kind of program so that we can encourage more people to join our program, especially young generation. And I believe that this international conference can be a platform to bring together people from various backgrounds to better understand our ICH.
Yeah, definitely.
And then based on Malaysia's recent success in being selected to sit on the Intergovernmental Committee for Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage, it shows that Malaysia, through Jabatan Warisan Negara, is very committed to safeguard and preserve our ICH.
Definitely. It all sounds really interesting. The International Conference on Intangible Cultural Heritage, ICICH 2022. But right now, though, we're going to take a short break. Coming back, we'll talk more about, you know, when will the conference be, who are expected to be there, and how does one attend the conference. So if you're interested in that at all, you can head on over to our Facebook page at TRAXXfm Official. We're live on there. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave it for Dr. Iyo. We will be coming back to answer your questions. But right now, we'll be taking a short break.
Direct to your home, in the car, or at work with 50,000 watts of power and no satellite dish required.
TRAXXfm.
11:28 a.m. on the clock, and we are on Facebook Live right now at TRAXXfm Official. So if you want to leave your comments or you want to come say hi to our guest or anything like that, you can head on over at TRAXXfm Official. And if you're just tuning in right now, we are talking to Dr. Iyo, the Director of Intangible Cultural Heritage Division, Department of National Heritage. We're talking about the International Conference on Intangible Cultural Heritage, ICICH 2022. I think from now on, because I was so I feel very not eligible to say ICH, but I think now I can, right? Because I understand what it is already. But yeah, Doctor, so when will this ICICH conference be held?
Okay, this conference will take place from 26 to 28 October 2032, starting at 3 p.m. to around 6 p.m. daily. And it's used a Zoom platform, Zoom meeting platform, and also live broadcast on YouTube and Facebook, Jabatan Warisan Negara.
Right. So I think off air, I was just asking as well, is this going to be like completely virtual or it's going to be a hybrid thing?
It's hybrid.
Hybrid, right? So
all presenter will present online, and then only the moderator will take place physical.
Yeah. All right, that's very cool actually. So, what kind of topics will be presented during the conference? Because you mentioned that it's from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., so it's like 3 hours. So what can I, if I join it, what can I expect from it? Like a 3-hour talk?
Okay, there are 4 main topics will be presented during this conference. The topic number 1, strengthening the safeguarding of the intangible cultural heritage. This topic will focus on the efforts to strengthen the safeguarding of the ICH and make recommendation on safeguarding measures include through inventories, documentation, research, program, and so on. And then topic number 2, ICH and Sustainable Development Goal, part 1. This session will talk about how the participants countries implement the UNESCO operational directive for their ICH using skill, creativity, and innovation to sustain the ICH development. Topic number 3, ICH and Sustainable Development Goal Part 2. This topic will focus on international cooperation, capacity building, program, project, and others activity of the state parties. We will know how they manage the safeguarding measures and practices on ICH.
Right.
And the last topic, post-pandemic recovery of ICH. This topic will focus on the effect of the pandemic COVID-19 and how they overcome this problem.
Right.
So the presenter will share the effort to ensure the continued sustainability of ICH.
So
this is the 4 main topic to be discussed during the conference.
So like it's going to be how many days? 3
days. 26 to 28.
So then 4 topics will be discussed every single day, or each one for you segregate it?
For first day, they will discuss 2 topics, and then the rest 1 topic each day.
Right, there we go. This sounds all very interesting. I think if this ICH would be in our textbook nowadays, right, our primary or secondary textbook, I think students will enjoy it a lot. So any plans on implementing this in textbooks?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
We can implement textbook.
Yes, we have to.
Yeah, nowadays Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka already include a part of ICH on textbook. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yes. So, who are some of the panelists that will be taking part in this conference? With all these topics, these wonderful topics that you just mentioned. So, who are the experts that will be talking about?
There is a special speech by Mr. Muhammad Jalid. He is a director of the UNESCO Regional Science Bureau for Asia and the Pacific, and the UNESCO representative of Brunei Darussalam, Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Timor-Leste. We also have 2 keynote speech by Yang Berbahagia Datuk Hajah Saraya RB, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, and Dr. Tim Curtis. Dr. Tim Curtis is the secretary for the 2003 Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage. Actually, we are very lucky to have him because we know that he is a very busy man and also a very important person in UNESCO itself. So we are very lucky to have him in this for this conference.
Definitely.
Dr. Tim Curtis. While the paper presenter include the expert or professional who have experience in the protection and safeguarding of the ICH in the country. As I mentioned earlier, there are 21 presenters,
Yes.
9 from local and 21 from abroad, include from Singapore, Indonesia, Indian, Thailand, the Philippines, Germany,
Wow.
Japan,
Ooh.
and Republic of Korea. This is all the abroad presenters.
Yeah. I see why the whole conference is 3 hours, because like obviously it's from different time zones and stuff like that, right? I think so. But it's also very smart that you whoever who did this time management, right? Like 3 hours, like 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., something like that. Because if the conference were to be like 9 hours or 8 hours long, people would be like, oh no, do I have to stay through the whole thing? But I think this is a smart move. But all right, so let's say I want to attend this this conference. I know you mentioned just now it's via Zoom. So how does one attend this conference?
Okay, whoever would like to join this conference can register via scan QR code via poster and video. This poster and video can be viewed on our Facebook website or Instagram Jabatan Warisan Negara. Whoever register through scan QR code will receive a Zoom link 1 week or few days before the conference, and then while the rest, for those who cannot join through Zoom link, can also join this conference through our Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, so it will be live, right?
Yeah,
it will be
it will be
streamed
live,
live
yes,
and all
streamed
that.
live.
Right. Okay. So where exactly is this conference being held? Actually, like where is it? Is it in KL?
Yeah, in KL.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The venue is Aswara. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Aswara sponsor the venue to Jabatan Warisan Negara. Thanks to Aswara as well.
Yeah, thanks Aswara. All right, we'll be taking a short break. We're also on Facebook Live right now at TRAXXfm Official. So if you want to ask any questions about the upcoming ICH 2022, you can head on over, leave your comments, leave your questions, and we'll come back and answer them. We'll be taking a short break. Coming back, we will talk more about, how does Jabatan Warisan Negara plan to preserve the ICH in Malaysia and other initiatives. So stay tuned.
TRAXXfm. On the radio. And on the net. Playing your favorite music 24/7. This is TRAXXfm. This is TRAXXfm.
11:41 a.m. on the clock right now. Good morning. This is Spectrum on Trax. We are also on Facebook Live at TRAXXfm Official, and I'm seeing a lot of comments coming in. A lot of people will be joining the ICH 2022. But yeah, right now we're talking to Dr. Iyo, and just now off air we did mention that the International Conference on Intangible Cultural Heritage 2022 is the first international conference ever, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, how long did it take? I mean, this is completely my personal question, okay? How long did it take to organize this whole thing?
Actually, we planned early this year because we need to identify the panelists, the best moderator to conduct the session. Yeah, it stayed early this year.
Wow.
Early this year until now.
So basically 10 months.
Yeah.
Oh wow! That's like what do you plan to achieve? For this whole conference, what do you plan to achieve?
Of course, we want this conference run smoothly, and the most importantly, we can get all support from the participant or from all parties. Yeah, this is our hope for this conference.
Yeah, definitely. It's I find it very interesting, and I think it's like what you say, for Gen Z to know more about their heritage, their cultures and stuff like that. But anyway, coming back to the interview, how does Jabatan Warisan Negara or JWN plan to preserve the intangible cultural heritage in Malaysia?
Okay, we are very active in organizing a seminar, conference, sharing session on ICH, and we are organizing a webinar almost every month, starting from March to October. And we also publish a book, video, especially on procedure for the protection of ICH. For example, we have published guidelines for the protection and procedures of the Malaysian flags and lagu negaraku. And then to safeguard an ICH, we nominate and recognize more ICH element as national heritage under the National Heritage Act 2005, Act 645. And we also give recognition through award and rewards to Heritage Master, or better known as the National Heritage of Living Person, or in bahasa Malaysia we call it Warisan Kebangsaan Orang Hidup.
Oh wow!
As today we already recognize 27 Heritage Master under the National Heritage Act, and then we also collaborate with NGOs and state holder to together safeguard our ICH. And we also strengthen the campaigns and promotion through our social media. And we have a signature program actually called Jom ke Dapur Warisan and Borak Warisan. These are the two signature program, especially focused on ICH.
So you guys are boosting all these webinars and programs and activities this year, right?
Yeah.
All right. So just now you did mention about our flags and our national anthem, right?
Yeah.
So I just had this flashback. But please don't hate me when I ask you. Did you know where our national anthem, how did it start? Do you know it's actually not supposed to be that kind of song?
I need to refer the history because it's included in this guideline books, but I can't remember
exactly.
where is the start of the entrance. National
you know
anthem.
what? It plays with my mind because this Merdeka Day as well as Malaysia Day, right? Like we were having a comeback because we didn't celebrate for like 2 years, and then so I had to do a lot of studying, and then I realized, how did our national anthem come about? So then I did research because I think we were having like another very interesting topic, and then they were talking about how our national flag, how Malaysia flag came about, how the national, because it's like when you're born, right, and then when you just go to school, it's like, okay, here's the negaraku, okay, here's the Malaysian flag, but you just don't know how it developed, right? So I stumbled upon that research, and then that's why I'm thinking like, maybe I should ask Doctor. But
you can get all this information on our guidelines book. Because beside that, this guideline book also focus on what do and don't for Malaysian flags.
Yeah, definitely.
And our national anthem.
These are the things we should include in schools. But yeah, okay. So what is the expectation of JWN for this ICICH conference?
As I mentioned earlier, we hope that this conference will run smoothly, and the most importantly is we get all support from participants out there.
Yes.
So don't miss this opportunity to register now. For ICICH 2022 conference.
Yes. So before we let you go quickly, is there anything else that you would like to add, Doctor, for our listeners tuning in right now, and to those of you on Facebook Live?
Okay, I just want to highlight here, every participant who attends this conference will receive a conference e-certificate and soft copy conference proceeding, which we will email directly to the participant.
This is the kind of thing I want to hear. I will get e-cert, yes.
Yeah, the most important is e-proceeding. You can get free. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, FREE, that one can use. I'm sold. So, good luck, Doctor, on the first ever conference, the International Conference of Intangible Cultural Heritage, ICICH 2022. If you're just tuning in right now, we've been talking to Dr. Iyo Leng Yan, the Director of Intangible Cultural Heritage Division, Department of National Heritage. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your insights, and please do sign up for the ICICH 2022. And good luck, Doctor. Doctor.
Thank you very much,
you.
TRAXXfm, for having me here
All
today.
right. Yes, thank you. And
Okay.
if you've missed the interview, you can head on over to our Facebook page at TRAXXfm Official. And you can leave your comments there, as I'm sure Doctor will definitely answer your questions. Yeah. Got the news coming up at 12. Be back after that.
We will be back next week for more topics, issues, tips, and insights. Spectrum, youth, arts, culture. Only on TRAXXfm.
What did she say?